Hey everybody, how are you? It's me again. Hope all is well. Hope you're navigating through all of this snow and ice and being safe. Um, I don't usually do this, but I just thought I'll share a dream that I had. I want to use a disclaimer that I'm not saying that God is telling me anything. I'm not claiming God told me anything, and I'm not saying that He is speaking anything. But I wanted to share a dream that I had, and I just, you know, I don't usually do this, so I probably stumbled through it a little bit. Um, Usually I keep stuff that I see or hear pertaining to dreams and stuff to myself. But I want to talk about or attempt to tell you about the dream I had about Fantasia. And the dream opened up Fantasia, the singer. The dream opened up. We was at a large arena and she was singing. And as usual, she's an amazing singer. Her her segment of the show went off very well. So the music kept going as the setting changed to like behind the stage, behind the scenes, but we could still hear the music going on. So apparently there was other artists on the lineup um, for this particular show. So, but the setting had changed, um, and it became behind the scenes, and when I walked through the door behind the scenes, there was people everywhere, and apparently, in this dream, I've never met Fantasia. She's never met me. Never talked, never broke bread, don't know anything about each other. But in this particular dream, we knew each other. And so we ran to each other, and she gave me such a strong embrace, and she hugged me so tight that she didn't want to let me go. And she started whispering in my ear. And I think that's why she was holding me tight, so she can talk to me without all, because there was so many people back there, so many people pulling at her, so many people want to talk to her, so many people want to take pictures and interview her, just all kinds of people that was back there behind the scenes. And so what she began to tell me is that she know I can see, and she know that I know what's going on, and she know um, that that I know what the industry is doing to them, which is doing to her in particular, and saying that they're enslaving them and they're harsh and they're cruel to them, and that I can see that how do I put this? That I can see the spiritual world, so to speak. I don't want to like say it like a mystical type thing, so I'm trying to say it exactly how she whispered it in my ear. And she was saying it with such a desperation, like, I know you know this. I know you know what's going on. I know you can see this. I know you can see how we're being treated. I know you can see, the demonic activity and what Satan is trying to do to us and trying to destroy us as a people, trying to destroy us through this industry, through the media, through all types of things, also through just the system, the beast system in itself. Uh, Not to go into so many details of what she said, um, because I don't want to, trigger anyone or kind of set off red flags of, this message not getting out. So, um, after we finished embracing and after she finished saying what she was saying, she was basically crying out for help. Basically, she was saying, "Help me! You know what's going on. You see what's going on. Help!" You know, the scene switched, and it was like I was still backstage, but I was not near her. I was like on the side whereas I can get a view of the whole room. And I saw people all around her, and I could just see her like shrinking in, and she looked so unhappy and so imprisoned and just so bound and so sad and just so she wasn't the same vibrant person that was out on that stage. And it's like, let me separate from the dream that I had. Let me just say what I'm thinking right now. It's like they have to turn it on once they hit the stage. So you can't know what's going on with them. So you won't know that they're hurting, that they're sad, that they're scared, that they're afraid, that they're being threatened, that they're in bondage and but after they leave the stage, after they leave the stage, it's like their world crumbles. It's like their life is not their own, basically. It's like a perpetual slave. It's like you're able to be who they created you to be. The system created you to be on stage, but behind the scenes, you do what you're told. You better not step out of line. It was like she was so unhappy, like almost in tears. Like, remember the movie Get Out, and the scene where the guy, he was with the mother, and she was tapping on her teacup, and he went into this sunken place, and there was just tears just running down his face, and he couldn't move, he couldn't do anything. This is what it looked like. This is what it looked like when I looked at her face. It looked like she was in a sunken place and she was stuck, and everybody was around her and pulling at her. And I noticed this one lady. She was a white lady, and she gave me the most sinister look. Like she was the only one that was watching me watch everything else, basically. This lady, she didn't say anything, but she just was watching me with the most sinister look. It was so evil. It was so much evil pouring from this woman. And it was like she probably, I can't say she heard what was saying, what Fantasia was whispering in my ear, but it's like she sensed that, something that wasn't like them was in her presence. I don't know if you know what I'm saying, because that's what I'm trying to say it in layman's term, so to speak, and not make it come off so mystical and so, above people's head. How you, okay, so you can feel people like energy, say it like that. You can feel people energy, and you kind of know when somebody's like on the same wavelength as you, or kind of in agreement with you, or in the same side as you, she knew that I was her nemesis. She knew this, and looking at her watch me, because I could see the whole room. I'm watching Fantasia and everybody around her, but somehow I can see her too at the same time walking around. She was walking around the room slowly, but she was watching me. It was creepy, but I wasn't afraid of her. You know what I mean? She was so creepy. She could have been a witch, and more than likely she was a witch, and probably the very one that's keeping, her bound in this dream. I cannot say this is what's going on in her life because I don't know her, but I'm just telling you about the dream that I had about her. Something sinister is keeping her bound and keeping her unhappy and keeping her sort of like, like a handler or something. It's a demonic spirit, basically. And she was walking around the room slowly, but she wasn't watching where she was going. She was watching me. And by me watching everybody else, where the segment of the dream, I could see the whole room, and then I could see her as well. That's kind of interesting how I'm watching Fantasia and can see the whole room, and then I'm watching this lady at the same time. So I know it's spiritual, but I'm not saying God is showing me or telling me anything. I'm not claiming anything. I'm not putting God on this. A lot of people say they prophets, they having prophetic dreams or whatever, but I'm not going to say that, but I'm just explaining the dream that I had. And you take it for however you're saying. Maybe hearing, what I dreamt about, you may have a piece to the puzzle. Maybe God will open up understanding, and that you will, be able to add more to what I saw in my dream. But this is the gist of it. And all I know is in this dream, Fantasia was so unhappy. She looked like she was in a sunken place, and it was like she's stuck, and she couldn't move, and she couldn't do nothing, and she didn't have no control over her life. More sort of like a remote control robot, so to speak. You know what I mean? It's like on stage, she was doing her thing. You would not even, you've seen Fantasia perform on TV or live or whatever. Y'all know she gives her all. But backstage, it was something totally different. Once she stepped off that stage, it was something totally different. And the hug she gave me and what she whispered in my ear, it was just bone chilling. You know what I mean? Oh, I just wanted to share this dream with you about Fantasia, and let's just keep her in prayer. I don't know what's going on with her. I don't know. But I know I had the dream and it seemed so real. You know those dreams you have that you wake up and you're like, oh, that seems so real. It seemed extremely real that I felt everything. When I woke up, I felt it. You know, let's keep her in prayer. We don't know what's going on with her. We pray that God protect her and, keep her. We have no idea what's going on with her, but just wanted to share that. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to this channel. And also, I'm looking forward to your comments because I want to know, anybody else have a dream about Fantasia? Anybody get anything out of what I said about what I saw in the dream? Let's start a conversation. And also, continue to keep her in prayer. All right. Talk to you later. Thank you. Bye-bye.